It's time for the BAQA. The BAQA. Okay, the BAQA. And we're back. We're back with the BAQA. Okay, it is time for the BA, Brown Ambition QA, question and answer. So remember, we're not your financial advisors, we're not your financial planners, we're not your lawyer, we're not your insurance agent. We're just two girls chatting on a mic, and that we're not giving advice. We're merely answering questions of how we might manage, and then you have to make the best choice for yourself, but always lean into the people that you pay for financial advice. Okay. We've got two great listener questions. If you have questions, though, you can always submit them to us. We are Brown Ambition Podcast on Instagram. The BA Podcast on Twitter, which is probably not ideal, but Instagram. And then you can send us an email at brownambitionpodcast@gmail.com or go to brownambitionpodcast.com and click Ask Us Anything. Let's get into our questions.
Yeah, I'm excited about these. So our first question comes from listener Janelle, and she has a question about some student loan debt, one of our favorite topics. Alrighty, so she says her question is specifically about Navient and student loans. So she says, I recently got an offer from Navient Refi to refinance my student loans. I have 2 private loans and 1 federal loan that's currently being serviced by Navient. My federal loan is the biggest chunk of my debt. It's $35,000. I know that Navient is ending their contract with the government, and I already printed out my payment history and loan details, even though no one has reached out to me about who the new servicer will be after their contract ends. My question is, am I in danger of losing my protection with public service loan forgiveness if I refinance my federal student loans with Navient for all my loans similar as if I had refinanced them with SoFi? I just want a lower interest rate because I'm tired of paying so much money to student loans. But I also don't want to lose my protections if the worst case scenario is I lost my job or hit hard times and I needed some assistance or deferment or forbearance.
Janelle, quick answer, yes. So here's a conundrum, right, that Janelle has, and many of you might be feeling this too. Janelle has 2 types of loans. She's got private student loans and she's got federal student loans. Now, I want you to think of private student loans, just call it loan, meaning it's similar to a car loan. It's similar to a home loan. Like you just owe them people. There's really no, if something happens, there's no federal protection. So we all are very familiar now with the moratorium that happened when, everything happened with COVID and quarantine, that the federal government was able to say with federal backed loans, whether you had a FHA like a loan for your home or whatever, or like a VA loan for your home or student loans that were federally backed, they have control of the money they lend out to say, you know what? Actually, don't pay me right now. Things are rough. The federal government has control to do that. The federal government cannot tell private entities to do that. It cannot tell the regular people that you owe, hey, can you let Janelle know she doesn't have to pay? No. So what Janelle is struggling with is that Janelle, refinancing your private loans, that's fine because you don't have those protections anyway. Get your lower interest rate for those, sis. But I know that's not where the chunk of what you owe is. You really want to you're trying to lower the interest rate on your federal student loans, and you can refinance them, but you will lose the federal protection because you cannot refinance federal student loans with the federal government. They don't refinance. You would have to refinance them with a private company, therefore taking them away from the federal government protection and going with a private company. So you have to ask yourself, what's worth it? Is it worth it to me to lose the protection in order to get a lower interest rate? I can't make that choice for you, but I just want you to know that those are your choices. I tend to lean toward telling people like, especially now, like if something does happen to your job, you would lose the ability to do forbearance or from a deferment that, I really don't like refinancing out of federal student loans unless I'm pretty certain that I'm going to be able to be able to pay and nothing's going to happen to the way I make money. But, there's no way to know for sure. So just know that, yes, refinancing your federal student loans means you will lose the federal protection.
Yep, 1,000%. I have barely anything to add. Other than the fact that one part I left out, I just realized was that she says she's planning to pay off one of her private loans by the end of this year. So congrats on that. She only has $700 left. That's amazing. And the other private loan is only $5,600. I'm saying only, that's a lot of money. at 9%. But that, see how you feel once you pay off that last loan, that $5,600 one at 9%. See how you feel if you can refinance that one and get that paid off. See how you feel then about your federal student loans. But for now, I would just rock with them and focus on those private loans, and then see how you feel later and how your finances are looking. And it doesn't, like, just because you can save money by refinancing, like, that opportunity is not going anywhere as far as as far as I know. You will be able to refinance in the future if you decide to. It's not like a one and done opportunity. Banks will always be trying to get your money. Okay. So don't be too hard on yourself on rushing into a decision right now. That's all I would add. Hey, BA fam, everyone loves a great deal, like savings, markdowns, and lunch specials. But when it comes to car insurance, we know the right place to go. State Farm offers surprisingly great rates for your ride. Your friends don't have to have a connection or call in a favor. State Farm offers options like insuring your ride and your home, getting you great rates on both. Now that is a deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year is here. Step up your vision with top tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. Question 2.
Hello, I'm a nurse and I've worked for a county hospital for over half of my 18-year nursing career. Oh, I love nurses. My mom was a nurse. I currently pay into a pension plan. That's awesome. But I have paid into Social Security in the past. Will I be able to receive my pension and Social Security benefits when I retire? Anonymous in Texas. Hey, Texas.
Well, thanks for your service. I mean, nurses don't get enough love, I feel like. Yeah, I see no reason. And listen, again, financial experts, I am not, or we are not. But yes, I believe you should have no problem getting your pension and your Social Security. I think as if you're working on through a regular, 9-to-5 job and you're paying your payroll taxes, FICA, which is, what does FICA stand for? I know it's Social Security, Medicare, and federal income taxes, right? Those things. It's like the however many percent, 6% of your paycheck that goes toward those taxes. Part of that is Social Security. So you should have been paying into that benefit. And absolutely, the best way to know, actually, it sounds like you might be nearing retirement, but if you actually go to ssa.gov and log in or create an account, they should actually be able to give you a sense of how much they can even estimate your benefit when you retire. I believe. So go to ssa.gov. That would be my advice, and see what information you can find through
and
your
just so
account
you
there.
know, like I hear what you're doing and what you've written us, Texas, is that you're thinking to yourself, because I pay into pension, that I must not be paying to Social Security. That's not true. Like, if you go, like I'm on the government website right now, and it's like basically nearly every American worker, as well as their employer, is required to pay into Social Security and Medicare taxes. It's just taken out of your check. You might have not noticed, inclusive if you're self-employed. So just because you're paying into your pension, it doesn't mean that you're not paying into your Social Security. You are, especially as a nurse, you work for a public entity at that, like you're paying into Social Security, and it's two separate things. Like, your pension plan is separate from your Social Security. So, I mean, to Mandy's point, go to that website to absolutely make sure, but I'm probably like 98.9% sure that you are paying into Social Security and not even recognizing it. So you're going to be good, Texas.
Well, thank you for your question, though. All right. That is the BAQA. Like Tiff said at the top of the show, feel free to send us your questions. We are brownambitionpodcast@gmail.com, or you can also DM us on the gram. We are at Brown Ambition Podcast.
Yes. We love your questions.
Until next Friday.
All right, y'all.
Hey, BA fam, y'all know we love Squarespace. Squarespace empowers millions of dreamers, makers, and doers by providing them with the tools they need to bring their creative ideas to life. On Squarespace's dynamic, all-in-one platform, customers can build a website, Claim a domain, sell online, and market a brand. Now, y'all, I did a little impulse shopping last week and it was on Squarespace. I bought a few domains and it could not have been simpler to do. I also built my own website through Squarespace, so I am definitely a fan and a customer. That's because Squarespace products combine cutting-edge design and world-class engineering, making it easier than ever to establish your online presence. Squarespace's suite of products combines award-winning design and world-class engineering, making it easier than ever to establish your own online presence.
What I like about Squarespace is from their beautiful templates to powerful e-commerce tools, Squarespace helps customers launch their ideas into the world and build their brand. Psst, I built my brand on Squarespace as well. Squarespace has everything you need to grow online. Start with a design template and use the drag and drop tools to make it your own. Turn your cool idea into a new website. Go to squarespace.com/brownambition for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code brownambition to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.